When you're looking for a DSCR lender or a mortgage broker to work with, you want to make sure that they work with investors on a regular basis because you want to make sure that they're putting you into the right type of loan. So as a broker, I work with over 100 different DSCR lenders, but typically I only send loans to about 4 or 5 of them. Now, if somebody has a lower credit score, there's only some DSCR lenders that will take people that have, a 620 credit score or somewhere around that range. There's only some DSCR lenders that do loans at $75,000. Okay, some require a minimum loan amount of $150,000 or more. So you want to work with somebody that knows these and also ratios that go below 1. So if the DSCR ratio based on our preliminary just information that we have is very close to 1, you want to make sure that that lender has an option below 1 so that you don't pay for an appraisal and then it comes in and then your projected rents are, let's say, $950 and the housing payment is $975. Okay, well, now you're below 1 because the housing payment is above what your projected rents are. And if they don't have an option below 1, you no longer have a deal. So now you just paid for an appraisal, you're out of pocket that money, and now you have to be able to figure out if you're going to go to another lender. Maybe you have to pay for another appraisal. Not all lenders take appraisal transfers. So that's why you want to work with somebody with a lot of experience who can double check all of your work. Make sure that they can see that that property is going to ratio out based on what the property taxes are, the insurance, what the projected rents are, especially if you're purchasing a property without renters in it and you're doing a purchase. You want to be able to make sure that you're looking at other properties and comparable rents to see what the rents could be, and also that they're using the right property taxes. If there's any association dues, they can be expensive for some cases, cost hundreds of dollars. It can make a property no longer work. So one, you want somebody with experience so they can put you with the correct lender and the correct product, because one DSCR lender might have multiple products. The other thing you want to do is obviously get the best rate and fees for yourself. And the only way you're going to really be able to do that is to be able to shop around. As a mortgage broker, I have a pricing engine. I put in all the scenarios. So what your credit score is, the type of property, what state it is, the down payment, the loan amount. And then what it does is it gives me all the lenders and what their rates are for that particular scenario so that I can do the shopping for you. Lastly, you want somebody that's just going to be upfront with all the numbers and the facts, what the fees are going to be, as well as if there's a prepayment penalty. Okay, so DSCR loans can have everything from a no prepayment penalty up to a 5-year prepayment penalty, and that's going to impact the rate that they're quoting you. So you might talk to me and I'm quoting one rate with, let's say, a no prepayment penalty, and then you're talking to somebody else and there's a 5-year prepayment penalty. Well, you can't refinance or pay off that loan without paying that penalty. And if we're in a high rate market like we are currently as I'm doing this video today, then you wouldn't be able to refinance without paying that fee. And on a 5-year prepayment penalty, year 1, if you refinance, you're paying a 5% fee of the remaining loan balance. Year 2, 4%. Year 3, 3%. You may not want to be locked into that, so you want to make sure that you're asking all the right questions. Those questions would be, 1, do you work with a lot of investors? How many have you closed in the past, let's say, 6 months? 2, are there prepayment penalties in the loans that you're quoting me? And then 3, as far as the rate is concerned, are you charging discount points or what are you charging in origination? So all of us have to give you what's called a loan estimate, and what we charge, or what the lender charges, is going to be in section A of the loan estimate. So you want to ask them, what are you charging me in discount points, underwriting, processing, and origination fees? And that's the number that you want to utilize combined with the rate to be able to see if you're getting the best option for yourself. And remember, when you're out there, once you have your credit pulled, you have basically a 30-day window where multiple lenders can pull your credit to be able to quote you rates. Okay, so once you do once, make sure you do it as quickly as possible. I would really try to keep it in a 2-week window, but you do have up to 30 days. And then also you want to talk to your lender about what your score is, because lenders look at credit basically in buckets. Let's say 620 to 639. 640 to 659. And what that means is, let's say I pull your credit and you're at 638, you're only 3 points away from getting a slightly better rate or slightly better fees. Well, once we pull your credit, it's all 3 bureaus, and we use the middle score of the 3. And when we're looking at that, we have the 3 scores, but then under each score, we have another score, and it could be plus 10, plus 15, plus 25. And we can actually click on that, and it'll tell you how we can do what's called a rapid rescore to raise your score by 10 points. And sometimes it's as easy as you paying down a credit card that has a few $100s on it to 0. Sometimes as easy as taking you off as an authorized user, or it might cost thousands of dollars to pay down a credit card and it doesn't make sense. But at least we can provide you those options. So make sure whoever you're talking to, if you're close, say, hey, what is my credit score? What might my credit score need to be able to get a slightly better rate? Do you guys do rapid rescores? Not all lenders do. Not all mortgage brokers do. So those are the questions that you want to ask to make sure that you get put into the best product for yourself and get yourself the best rate, term, and fees, and always be on the lookout for that prepayment penalty.